Right, well, that's that. I've got no comments to go to. I just wanted to go on to the next stage of things. What I've kind of put forward is that we are calculating machines. We are calculating machines. Cockroaches are calculating machines, and everything in between. The next thing starts to get tricky. I'm pretty sure on the opening of this, but then it gets difficult. The human calculating machine and the cockroach calculating machine is as, I don't know what the word is, this is the problem on this one, is as ignorant. It doesn't know what it's doing. So very hard to explain this. This is a calculating machine working by reactions, just like a calculator is a calculating machine that is working to reactions. It reacts to people tapping their fingers on it, if that's what people still do nowadays. So you think that, okay, yes, that's it, but then you're positing, or I have to put forward the thing that is pressing the buttons. So what all I want to get to in this video, I think, is first to establish that the calculating machine is exactly the same type calculating machine as in the cockroach, and cats and horses, everything in between, all got the calculating machine. That goes into a bucket, which is going to be called the whole. What else are we going to put in? I think first of all I should try just this and say that I'm sure you'll go with the idea that yes, there's a calculating machine, and then you'll want to say, okay, I'm being much more interested in what's pushing the buttons on the calculating machine in me and you and the cockroach. All I think I want to go to in this video is to establish that I would like to say that the calculating machine, the totally ignorant, as thick as a calculating machine in here, is see, it's all very difficult. I want to say a percentage, but the other things that I'm going to put in are going to be as equally as thick. So it's hard to say. So I think I've just got to say that there's nothing in here that knows what it's doing. Just like there's nothing in the cockroach that knows what it's doing. There are, in the cockroach and in here, feedback mechanisms that we could call feedback mechanisms that are pressing each other's buttons. But when this totally ignorant calculating machine presses the button of this totally ignorant calculating machine that presses this totally ignorant button on the calculating machine, what we have in our heads are multitudes of totally ignorant calculating machines. And it just swirls round with ignorance pressing the button of ignorance, pressing the button of ignorance, pressing the button of ignorance, ad infinitum. It just whirls round, and that's all that happened. There's no understanding in here. there are feedback loops of information going around absolutely and totally ignorant calculating machines. I think I'll stop it there because I think that's enough. And you should have the idea, the visualization. This is maybe why I do all the handy things. I see these things, and I see a picture, a cartoon if you like, of lots of calculators with little legs and little arms just going round pressing the buttons on other little calculators with legs and arms that go around pressing the buttons on other little It's not brilliant, but none of them know what they're doing. When one's had its buttons pushed, it goes ooh, ooh, ooh. And then that means that its little legs has to go over to that next, the blue calculating machine, and press its button. And then the buttons on the blue calculation machine know nothing. It's as stupid as a calculator. If I had one, I'd show it and go, a calculator. And then the blue calculator, having its buttons pushed, goes over to the yellow stripy calculator, which then goes over to none of them ever knows what they're doing, because they're all completely what we would call ignorant. I never know what I'm doing. None of my calculators know what they are doing. None of the horses, the dogs, the cats, or the cockroaches. Let's leave it there. Bye.